Do you ever feel like you're in an emotional roller coaster, where one piece of good news makes you feel on top of the world, and one setback sends you spiraling? What if I told you there's a simple, ancient secret to finding unshakable inner peace, no matter what life throws at you? It's a forward phrase that can change everything. Maybe so, maybe not. This comes from a powerful Taoist story about an old farmer. One day, his only horse, a prized possession, ran away. His neighbors rushed over, filled with pity. "Oh, what terrible luck," they cried. "How will you manage to harvest? This is a total disaster." The farmer just listened calmly and replied, "Maybe so, maybe not." A few days later, something amazing happened. His horse returned, and it wasn't alone. It brought back 3 wild horses with it. The neighbors came running again, this time ecstatic. What incredible fortune. They celebrated. "You went from 1 horse to 4. This is the greatest blessing." The farmer, still calm, simply said, "Maybe so, maybe not." The very next week, the farmer's son tried to tame one of the new wild horses. The horse reared up and threw him to the ground, breaking both of his legs. The neighbors gathered once more, their faces grim with sympathy. "This is a true tragedy," they said. "Your only son, crippled right before the harvest. This is the worst curse imaginable." And what did the farmer say? You guessed it. Maybe so, maybe not. Just a month after that, the country was plunged into war. The emperor's army marched into the village, conscripting every single able-bodied young man. They were sent off to a brutal, dangerous battle from which few were expected to return. But when the soldiers saw the farmer's son with his broken legs, they passed him by. Wash sparit. Wash sparit. The neighbors, many of whose sons were now gone, came to the farmer with tears in their eyes. "You are the luckiest man alive," they whispered. "Your son is safe at home, while ours face certain death. This is the ultimate blessing." The old farmer looked at them, a gentle smile on his face, and said one last time, "Maybe so, maybe not." This story isn't about being passive or detached. It's about a profound wisdom that we often forget in our fast-paced world. We are so quick to label everything. This is good, this is bad. We get a promotion, it's good. We get a flat tire, it's bad. But life is a vast, interconnected chain of events. A single event, viewed in isolation, tells us almost nothing about the bigger picture. That disaster of the horse running away led to the blessing of getting more horses. That blessing led to the tragedy of his son's broken legs. And that tragedy ultimately became the greatest blessing of all, saving his son's life. See? A pattern. The moment we attach a label of good or bad, we create our own stress. We celebrate things that might lead to future trouble and despair over things that might be setting us up for a future blessing. The farmer's wisdom was his refusal to judge. He understood that you can't know the full story from just one chapter. By saying, "Maybe so, maybe not," he wasn't being negative or indifferent. He was preserving his inner energy. He was choosing to remain calm, centered, and open to whatever came next, without getting swept away by the highs and lows. He was practicing what ancient yogis called equanimity, a stable, balanced mind. So, how can we apply this to our own lives? The next time something happens that tempts you to immediately react, whether with excitement or with dread, just pause, take a breath, and whisper to yourself, "Maybe so, maybe not." Lost a client? Maybe so, maybe not. This could be the opening you need to land a much bigger one. A relationship ended? Maybe so, maybe not. This could be the space you need to grow into the person you're meant to be. This simple phrase is a mental shield. It protects your inner peace from the chaos of external events. It allows you to observe life without being a slave to your reactions. It's not about denying your feelings, but about choosing not to be defined by them. It's about understanding that life is a complex tapestry, and we only ever see a tiny thread at a time. The true path to peace isn't about controlling what happens to you, but about controlling how you interpret what happens. Try it this week. Every time you catch yourself making a snap judgment about an event, challenge it with this phrase. You'll be amazed at how much lighter and calmer you feel. You'll stop riding the emotional roller coaster and start walking a steady, peaceful path. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more insights on finding peace in a chaotic world. Until next time, stay centered.